And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is a day to be fabulous on. And yeah, we got that going for us today. All of us. We are totally here and wonderful. Let's see. Do I have anything to say? No. Nope, sorry. I don't know why I'm here. I'm just going to talk to the camera for a while. It's going to be wonderful. All right, now let's go ahead and jump into some create mod. It's good to be back, by the way. That's going to be fun. And yeah, we're going to have all the fun and excitements. So many funs and excitements. Okay, so on Saturday, we got the machinery like 90% done. Actually, probably like 95% done. I have everything in place here to actually be able to make donuts and frosted donuts, except a thing here to do powdered sugar. Okay, so that's a thing we're going to need to do. So let's go ahead and slap that down here. And let's see, it needs to come out this side. So do I have a mixer? I don't. That would make too much sense. Awesome. All right, let me go get the mixer components. So we'll get that in place. And then, yeah, hey, what do you know? I think I might actually have just about everything I need. Once I get that done, you know, all of my donuts and stuff, we're going to go and get started on the actual donut shop. So that's the plan today. Lots of creative creative nonsense. That's the word I'm looking for. It probably makes sense or something. Okay. But yes, we are going to get all of the creative goodness going here as we set up a new donut shop. So that's going to be fun. All right. Cool. So mixer's in place. Sweet. So that's all we're going to need for that. Okay. Cool. So now we have all of the machinery in place to actually make donuts. We'll need to get the ordering system, and I've got a few things I have to get for the pickup system, right? Because I need the train to go pick up potatoes and carrots for vegetable oil, and I need it to pick up wheat, I believe. Wheat and, well, I think I'm already, well, I guess I need to program one for sugar too. So that will all happen over here at some point in time, but not today, my friends. Not today. Today, we're going to get the donut shop in place. And to do that, we're going to need a couple of things. First off, I'm going to need to free up at least a small amount of inventory space. Do I have... Oh, I do have a storage box. Wonderful. Hi. We are going to get a bunch of stuff out of my inventory here and into the storage box. Because, yeah, I've just got so much garbage in my backpack even that I need to clear a bunch of this stuff out, okay? It's going to make sense, I guess, and things. Butter. That's the other thing I have to go tell it to go get. Is butter. Okay. Yeah. No, we're totally fine and stuff, right? Absolutely. The butter. Yeah. It's just going to get there by magic. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to need first of all is a thing, right? I have things. I have things. I don't have things. What do I not have? The answer to that would go on for quite some time. Smooth stone slabs I don't have. Okay. Also, I should probably pick up these happy little guys, my toolboxes, and take them with me. Okay. All right, that's more than enough smooth stone. Okay. So the plan here is to not get hit by a train, first of all. Okay. That would be high on my list of things not to do. It's happened multiple times. And honestly, it's not nearly as much fun as you might think it is. Okay. It's not. Okay. Some people might think it's fun, but no, not especially. So what I'm doing now is I'm laying out some sidewalk. Okay. Now, okay, train. Yep. That's one of those things I'd like to avoid, you know, getting hit by the train as it goes way back down underneath to do things. Okay. Because, you know, things and stuff. All right. So we've got some sidewalk going this way. Let's get the sidewalk in here. Now, as I've been thinking about this a little bit, I think what I want to do, because I've got a fairly good sized lot here, okay, and honestly, the donut shop is probably not going to be particularly large, okay. You know, probably roughly the size of the chocolate shop that's over here, right? Whee! I'm underneath. Yeah, so probably about this size, okay? Doesn't need to be huge. I am gonna put in some tables and stuff inside, but that'll be something as I get a little bit closer. But the way I'm envisioning this here, as I bring some more sidewalk this way, is I'm envisioning the donut shop being here and facing that way. So the front door to the donut shop would actually be off to the side, pointing in here. Okay. Now, there's a little bit of a reason for that. And that reason is, see how big this space is? Here, let me get off the track so I don't get hit by a train. And let's free cam up. See, this is a big lot, okay? It's much bigger than some of these other ones here, just because it's so flippin' wide, right? Well, this area here behind the sandwich shop is... Okay. Remember not wanting to get hit by a train? Yep, that's not how that happened. Okay. Nice that we could watch that happen in the free cam. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to turn this area into a park, okay? Mostly because I have a bus stop right here, okay? There's a train station here for passenger trains to stop, okay? So I think I'm going to turn that into a park. We'll set up a sidewalk going across the track here. Well, the donut shop, I think a cake shop around here, and maybe one other shop in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a little, a mini mall is not the right word because it's not exactly a mini mall, but it's going to be a little shopping center, okay? It's like, you ever go to a Walmart where they've got, okay, there's the big Walmart superstore or whatever, but attached to the parking lot, they've got some a little area that's got a handful of shops in it. That's kind of what I'm aiming for here is we'll get the donuts shop in place here, and then the rest of whatever's going on will fill out here. And the reason I'm thinking cake is because I've got all of this chocolate that's right down here, right? See, I've got all of this hollow chocolate and things like that. It would be handy as heck to just be able to grab some of this chocolate. I mean, I could order it from down here, down here, somewhere. Yeah, over here. I could order chocolate and have it get picked up. Right. That's fine. But And, I still could. But it's right here, so it wouldn't be that bad to be able to pull some of that chocolate off and chuck it over this way for chocolate chips and a bunch of other things for a dessert bake shop, okay? So that's some place that does cookies and cakes and all of that good stuff. So that's going to be that plan. But we're going to need donuts. So we're going to bring the sidewalk here. Also, I think I'm going to want to put some sort of decorative garden or something back here as well. But I don't know, something. I don't know what, but all of the various landscaping bits around this area are just going to be interesting to do. All right, so bakery. So I think what I'm going to do is let's actually head to my storage for a minute. I want to. Okay, I'm going to just run over the top of the chocolate factory because that seems like fun. Now there's a block I want, and I don't know how to make it. So we're going to come in here and we're going to take a look. See what I want to make. It's there's a brick type here. I thought it was the ochre bricks, but I think they're actually, that's ochrum. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a brick that was sort of a yellowish. This might be it. These Dean bricks. Okay, not the end stone. That's a little much. Okay, and I mean I could do like mud, right? It says mud brick, but I think that's a little bit too brown. I want something that's a little bit more yellow. Okay, so these Dean bricks are made from ochrum and bricks. Okay. And then you just throw them in stone cutters for things. Okay, so let's see if what I've got in the way of ochrum. Because honestly, that's one of those things that I don't go out and look for very often, right? I've got dripstone. That's not helpful. Azurine. Let's check the path blocks. Yeah, no, I might not have any of this stuff. Oh, that would be annoying. Okay. Okay, so great. All right, so if I can't do that, I said the mud wouldn't be bad, actually, because just taking some mud bricks. The catch is I'd actually have to, make bricks and stuff. So hang on. Mud bricks. Wow. All right. Hang on. How do I make mud? Dirt through a mixer. Dirt through a water mixer, and I can get mud that way. All right. Okay. I don't know if I have a wet mixer downstairs. Let's take a look. Okay, because I do have a mixer, but it's yeah. It's just dry ingredients. Oh, also, this was apparently set up to do some iron stuff. It's not. And I don't have iron in there, so let's. Oh, okay, we'll do it this way. Ta-da! Ta-da! Whoa, okay. All right. So yeah, this should be fine. We'll get so many, so much andesite alloy, which is good because I could definitely use it. All right. Wonderful. So, with that in mind, okay. All right. All right. So, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to need a mud factory then to use mud bricks because the Akram I just don't have. So, yeah. Mud Gothic windows could be wonderful for a donut shop. The other thing is okay, yellow terracotta roofs. The other thing I'm looking at putting in this is probably some yellow terracotta because I think that's going to be kind of fun. Yeah, but all right. So if I wanted to build a mud factory, where? If I were a mud factory, where would I be? I would need a place. Oh, turn that off. Okay, there's. Oh, there's villagers on the other side of that wall, so not there. I've got room here, actually. What I don't have is power. Right. I'd have to get power over there, which I don't think would be too bad. Okay, because I should have plenty of power coming in over here from this as well. So, yeah, that might be a thing. Also, I might be able to bring it in. Not down there. There. I could bring power in from under here. Dig all the way under. All right, and just pull it from this that belt there. Okay, that's a thing. Okay, I can make that happen. So this shouldn't be too bad then. So obviously I can't go through that wall because it's the villagers. We're going to come in here. So let's do this. All right. We're going to move these lanterns to the other side. Two. Okay, cool. All right, and this will come out. You know, I was going to build a donut shop today, but apparently I'm having to build a mud factory, so, you know, this is how we do it. All right, so I'm going to come in from under here. All right, so let's hop down this way. Also, do I have... Let's see how many... Where's my thing? Let's see how many shafts I have. I've got enough for a while, so that should be good. All right. So let's hop down here for a minute. All right, and awesome. That stone is not going to be helpful there. Okay, great. All right, and torches. Yeah, so what I'm going to need to do is dig out under here. Okay. This is totally fine. Everything is fine. Nobody will notice a thing. This is just the most secret of secret tunnels and stuff, right? Absolutely. You know, I have this problem in vanilla Minecraft too, where I build farms so I can build farms so I can build farms so I can actually do other things. Well, in this case, I'm building a farm so I can build other things. But, you know, it happens. All right, so we're now getting close. So we should be coming under the flowers here. Okay. This, Scoria is a nice block too, but... Okay, and then... Yeah, I think probably just this way. All right, hang on. I need to head up to the surface. So let's do that from here. All right. So this is the farm, or it will be. All right, so let's go ahead and just move this torch out of the way. All right, so what I'm going to do, first of all, let's get the farm itself put together, okay? And I think the way I want to do this, is we'll stick this. Where's my wrench? I don't have to have a wrench. I could totally not have a wrench there. Okay. So we'll put that kind of sort of like so, which means I want to bring power up sort of this way. All right. Now I don't remember what Y level I was on, so we're just gonna guess and see how well that works out for me. Turns out pretty well. Nice. All right. Cool. So we'll just bring power in this way. All right. Well, I can make that happen. Hi. All right, so this is going to slide this way, and then I'm going to run it like that. I'll connect that up in a minute. Okay, and then I need to run stuff this way. Okay. And we'll connect up there as well. We'll deal with that in just a moment. All right. Cool, so that seems reasonable. Let's clean out some space so I have room to put things. All right, grab a belt. All right, belt will go there. Yeah, that's fine. Is that fine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, it's even, so that's cool. But honestly, that's probably okay. It's gonna go. I want it to go that way. Okay. Now, it's all right. My nose is just. I was fine right up until I started to stream, apparently, and then my allergies kicked in. Okay, go ahead and just bring that out. So something like that. I'm gonna need another mixer. Of course, I put all of the. All right, no, this is fine. This is totally fine. I know what I'm doing. If anyone believes that, I'm sorry to tell you, it's actually probably not true. All right, so I need a whisk, iron sheets, and 2 dealy bobs. I have sheets. I have dealy bobs. Okay. All right, so grab a whisk. And then I'm going to need bunches of other stuff. Okay. Let's craft up another mixer because, hey, we haven't made enough of those today. All right. Great. So mixer's going to go here. Okay, cool. All right. Well, that's great. So now, oops, I'm going to fall down. Did I keep any of my plumbing? Yes, I did. Perfect. Oh, this is going to work out great. So we'll put a pump there. We'll bring this down like that. Okay. Okay. And then let's we'll kick this up 1 to there. Okay, that should be good. So now what I can do is we'll let's see. Yeah, we'll do. I can do that. That's fine. All right. So now we need to give ourselves a nice little. Jeez, I'm gonna need more room. I can make more room. I have the technology. Just because I don't fit doesn't mean I can't make myself fit. Okay? Yeah, because that's how that works. All right. Okay, so basically what I need to do here is I've got some glass. We'll throw some glass in too. Okay. And we're just going to give ourselves a nice little infinite water source because I have all of the water. Awesome. So awesome. All right. Well, let's find some water. There's water. Oh, I am so bad about actually having a usable sink. And oh. Hang on, my nose. It's just stupid. Hang on, I'll be back. Be right back. I'm still here. I'm still here. I just need to itch my nose, and I figured maybe this would be a good thing to do off camera, right? Yeah, that's totally how this is going to work, right? I don't know if my allergies combined with just a unfortunate mustache incident, very possible. Okay. I think I got most of the itchiness out of the way. All right. So water. So yeah, we're just going to slap down an infinite water source here, and just because I think I want it. Okay. Great. So now, in theory, we'll be pumping water down into this, which will be great. Next thing I'm going to want is, I think probably, well, I was trying to decide if I wanted brass funnels here, which I could totally do, right? I just don't know that it's going to mix out that fast. Because I think this is only going to spit out like one mud at a time, you know? Which I guess is fine. So, let's see. We're going to do it that way. I mean, that might be okay. Or do I want to stick it up higher? I mean, this one pretty much should be here. So, hang on. Let's grab some food. Oh, I think I put all of my food in my storage because I had hot chocolate. Oh, there's my hot chocolate. Okay. No, we're good. We're good. All right. So yeah, we'll just stick an andesite funnel there. That's probably enough. Yeah, in all honesty, with as slow as the mixer's going to go, I think I'll just use andesite funnels on all of this here. So, andesite funnel there and there. And I could connect those just because it's going to look cool. All right, and I suppose I could stick that out that way too. All right, that should be fine. Let's see. Do I have gearboxes? Yes. Do I have encased chain drives? Which would be handy. Okay. Encased chain drives? Very cool. Do I have them? Yes. Perfect. All right. Let's go connect up the system to power. And excuse me. Get all of this scoria out of the way here. All right, so that's going to go there. Our gearbox is going to come up this way. Oop. Hang on. Hang on. I can do this. Nope, I can't do this. Sorry. Can't pull it off with this equipment. Okay. All right, so this will come up this way. All right. Also, I think let's pop through here a little bit too. All right. So we're gonna stick a thing there, and that will go here. Is that facing the right way? Yes, that probably would have been a good thing to sort out first, but yes, everything is spinning the right way, which is fabulous. So the next thing I'm going to need is one of these dealy bobs here. Okay, which is going to come down this way. And you know, I think we'll just pop this right through here. Oops, that's not going to work. Hang on, this needs to be a vertical gearbox. It needs to go up like so. All right, all right. Wonderful. All right, so now we've got all of this. We're pumping in water. All we need to do now is add mud and decorate. All right, so let's hang on. Let's clear out some inventory space first of all. All right, so I can go get some dirt because we are going to need a lot of that. Seriously, so much dirt is going to be needed. All right. Yeah, I think this is going to be cool. So we'll get the dirt going. I'll put the decorations back in place around the mud factory because, you know, want it to look cool. Or at least, you know, not horrific. You know, that's a thing that it can do. All right, now this is going to make just mud. If I want to make packed mud, that's going to be a separate step here, okay? But I should be able to take mud. Yes, and now we're getting mud. Okay, wonderful. That's lovely. That's how that's supposed to happen. Okay. Actually, you know what? I could just bring this all the way across that way. That would be fine. Okay, now I can't put that there. Otherwise, I won't be able to open the chest, which turns out I would like to be able to do. So let's see what I can, if there's anything I can, no, that. I'm going to need some, I do have some cobble deep slate. Cool. So I'm just going to need a couple of cobble deep slate stairs of some sort or other, probably brick. Okay. Which, yeah. Let's hop through here. Okay, so we'll slip one right there. And, okay, stuck. We're stuck, people. That's right. We are the stuck people. We are the people who are stuck and are desperately in need of being unstuck. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. That's how this works. Uh-huh. Okay. Cool. Oh, that looks bad. Kind of want to put something back there behind it. Actually, you know what would be really cool? Do I have frog lights? Not on me. Let's go grab some frog lights. Oh, I can't put frog lights. Frog lights aren't... I mean, I'd love to put frog lights right back on top of those chests. But that's not going to happen. So what I can do, let's try this, is I can put some slabs here. Okay, that'll work. And then let's go get some... I can still get the frog lights. That's fine. I like frog lights. How many I can get? Glowstone, too, I suppose. But, ew. Alright, so, coming around this way... Lights. Alright, so I think what I'll do is I'll grab... Yeah, let's grab a couple of verdant frog lights. I think that'll be fine. All right. And then we'll get close to the donut shop, maybe, perhaps. Yeah, don't count on it. Also, I should probably get some signs so I can remember how this farm works. Okay, that'll go there. And we'll put a frog light in a minute. All right. Yep, just a little bit of extra. There we go. All right. Okay, and again, just a little path so I can get back here. All right. Oh, yep. Cool. And probably just to, that way? Wow. I think that ended up in the wrong place. Yep. Okay. No, we're good. Everything's fine. Just because I can't see my chest doesn't mean I don't have one. Okay. Yeah, this mud's starting to stack up, and that's a good thing. All right, so we've got that. We've got that. I think... Let's go ahead and work our way back around here as well, and we'll just stick one of those right there. All right, that should make things at least mildly entertaining. Yeah, I think that'll be good. That looks really stupid, but hey, it's okay. All right, do I have fences? Fences. No. Signs. I do have fences, but no, I want signs. Okay. Let's go see what I've got in the way of signs. And I was using those ones, huh? The canvas wall signs. I can do that. Canvas wall signs. That one needs to... That was the dangerous one. Leave that one up and you could possibly step on the saw and lose a pinky toe or something. And that would tingle, and not in a good way. I am not in favor of removing pinky toes with saws, okay? Just not. Okay? Some of you might be. And I think you are weird, okay? Just say it. I think so. Okay, so let me see now. Those are birch signs. Those are hanging canvas signs. Ah, canvas signs. Wonderful. Okay. This will work out great. All right, and then what I need to do is figure out how to make packed mud. I think I can just throw that through the mixer right there and do that, which would be great. Okay. So that's going to go there. This is dirt. No, earth. Dirt. Die. Die, dirt. Die. And then be reborn as mud. Right. So, you know, that's cool. Right. So if I want to make packed mud, okay, I could pretty much just throw this, the mud and straw, also convenient, and wheat. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stacks of mud. Again, we'll let the rest of that pile up. Let's go see what I've got in the way of wheat or straw. I don't know that I have a lot of straw. I've got tree bark. Oh, you know where I do have straw. It takes less straw than it does wheat to make mud, so I have all this straw. And so it's 1 straw per 2 mud, so okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'll have to get 1 more thing of mud, but that's fine. Can make that happen. Can totally make this happen. We are going to make all of this happen. It's going to be great and lovely and beautiful. Okay. Problem is, I've got iron nuggets. Right. Let me just throw this up here. And up here, because that's a place for them. All right. Cool. So let's go get 1 more stack of mud. Here, we'll throw that mud in there. We'll throw the straw in there. And yeah, we'll go get 1 more stack of mud. This should be making lots of it. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make all the mud. It's gonna be great. Why you no mud? Mud plus straw in a basin with a mixer. Oh, because there was a filter set on that. Okay. No, we're good now. All right. And there we go. Packed mud away. Love it. All right. Okay, so we'll let this happen. While that's happening, just want to remind you that you can become a supporter of Music Free Gaming at musicfreegaming.com. Supporters can get their name up on this wall, so, you know, you can check that out. All right. So this is going to take a hot minute. But otherwise, should be totally fine and stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is going to be great. So other things I want to get are bone blocks, which I do not have. Okay, so we're going to have to compost a bunch of stuff here. So what do I have a lot of that I'm not going to need? Pumpkins look high on that list. And you can compost pumpkins. So I think you can compost pumpkins. I'm at least partially sure you can compost pumpkins. You should also go check the cactus farm and see if it has any. Oh, I hear composting. Okay, that's a good sign. All right. Sorry. My nose goes stupid again. Okay. Good. So that's going to get bone blocks. I don't think you can compost kelp blocks. Certainly have enough kelp, I could do it. That's actually an interesting thought. Do I want to add a kelp composter? I don't know. That'll be something to think about at some point, because I've got the kelp. I might as well, right? All right, but let's come over here. We'll check the cactus farm. If nothing else, I can grab... Yeah, there's not a lot there. All right, let's just grab all the cactus I can. And we'll just throw that in the composter too. Okay. It's not fabulous, but it will work. Okay. Now what's slightly sad and annoying is I only have the one composter set up on that rig, so yeah, because I've got, hang on, let me just free cam up so you can see it. Yeah, see, there's only one composter going through there, so I suppose what I could do, I could set up another composter. Yeah, let's see. Do I have slabs? Slab. I can make slabs. I have the technology. Okay, crafting table. Slabs. Composter. Okay, and then I'm going to need a couple of hoppers, which I might have. I do not have. We're going to just have to solve that problem real fast. I know, seriously, it's going to be real fast. Because I have many chests. Okay. We'll just grab a stack of chests. I'm now live in the infinite chest world, so I could get an axe. Now I'm just going to be stubborn. Okay. All right. I was going to say I had more crafting tables. What the? All right, so let's go ahead and hop up here real quick. The best way of doing that. Probably just cut through here. Okay. All right. So let's see. We're going to cut that one out. Which will probably be okay. It's not too bad. And then I think I can take that block out too without causing too much grief. All right. The problem is that is right by a villager. Okay. And that's going to be... Which villager is that one? Ah, it's this one. Okay, cool. Hi. I need to stick you in my pocket for a minute. Don't worry. It's going to be fine. You're going to be great. Okay. So, let's grab some iron here. Craft up our hoppers. There we go. Hoppers. Okay. It's not a huge amount, but it's fine. Okay. Okay, so that'll go there. Put our villager back. Even though that looks stupid now, that's fine. Totally fine. Yeah. No, that's not going to be annoying at all. You'll be fine. You'll love it. All right, so now we can come up here and we can hopper up like so. Okay, great. All right. So this should be wonderful. This will fill this up kind of quickly, I guess, but that's fine. All right, let's go and just throw all the cactus in there now too. All right. All right, great. We now have 8 whole bone blocks. Awesome. We'll let that compost. All right. Cool. So now we have some packed mud that we can work with. Awesome. All right, so let's head back out here because now we're going to head out to the donut shop. We're going to actually work on the donut shop. It's going to be great and stuff. I'm going to put things away, though. All right. And I'm going to need some more hot chocolate because I have a hunger that I cannot satiate without hot chocolatey goodness, or at least white chocolatey goodness. All right, so let's just move all of this up top. Okay, grab that, grab that, and this, and I should probably grab the bed. All right, let's move up here. We're just going to set up shop up here because this is where I am going to be setting up the shop. That's why that phrase works so well. We're going to come up here and we're going to set up a shop. It's going to be great. Okay. Okay. Let's grab a little bit of grass here just to minimize the amount of times I'm going to fall down there because, yeah, it's going to happen. I'd like to not fall down there, and I think this is a reasonable way of preventing that. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do first of all is we're going to come in here with... Oh. Well, I wanted to... Okay, so that's not going to work, so we have to turn a bunch of this into bricks. The bricks I can turn into lots of things, right? I can get my cool windmill weave, which I abuse. I use that all the time because I love it. But we also have bricks and walls and brick crystal floor and all that good stuff. So, and apparently also things like, I don't know, there was a mud thing over here too. What was it? Like these mud arrow slits or Gothic windows, right? Oh yeah, we may use Gothic windows. I mean, just because it's a donut shop doesn't mean we can't be, Gothic and stuff. All right, so let's bring this wall out this way. Okay, and let's see. You know what? I think I'm going to... Let's go here. We'll bring this sidewalk out one. Okay. Now, I don't know if that's how long I want it to go, but... Okay. But we're going to go somewhere around there. Okay. Now, as I said, the entrance is going to be on this side. So we're going to run some sidewalk and probably some other stuff in that way, but we're going to do this. Now, there it goes. Okay, so floor I don't have yet. We'll get that, which I wanted to do yellow terracotta and bone blocks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's definitely gonna have a look to it. I'll tell you. Oh, the sound of the mud blocks is so cool. Yeah, this is definitely gonna have to come out this way a bit. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's head back into the storage so I can get my yellow terracotta, which I'm fairly certain I have. I think because I mined up a bunch of terracotta, right, way back in the day, like 2 weeks ago, something like that. Ooh, I don't. I've got white terracotta. I don't have yellow. Oh, no. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I have some regular terracotta, which I could dye, so that's definitely a thing that can happen. Awesome. Let's go see if I have any yellow dye. I should have a bunch, actually. Yellow dye is over here somewhere. It's going to be not in the ore box. Saplings, like blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yes. All right. That should work. Yellow. Cool. All right. All right, we'll throw that back in there for now. Now, here, we'll sleep in here before we head back out into the world. Okay. We're going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. All right, so what we're going to do, let's go up. We're going to go up. I need to be up here. All right, so now the floor, honestly, I want it to be, it's going to be sort of checkerboarded, but we're just going to start with some plain terracotta, okay? Now, here's the thing. Where's all of my lamps? I need lamps. Hi, did I put lamps in here? That would be a no from me. All right. I thought I had a bunch of rose lamps. Okay. If I do, they're not in my inventory. Sweet. All right. Well, let's go see if I have something. I should have a bunch, if I'm going to be honest, but I don't know that I have any. I mean, I should. I keep saying that. I should have a bunch of them. Where they ended up, I don't know, but somewhere. All right. Ah, there we go. Rose quartz lamps. Perfect. Now, I'm going to come under here for a minute because I want to take a look at the chart I made up. And by chart, I mean I've got a whole bunch of signs. All right, so we're going to come over here. Now, the donuts, right, we've got pastry bars, pastries, donuts, and holes. Okay, so we've got 4 things we can squirt with frostings or powdered sugar or both. So that's going to be the start of our ordering. Okay. All right, hang on. I need more floor. Oh yeah, does this look like a wonderful, welcoming donut shop? Yeah, totally. Now, I've been at a number of donut shops over the years. All of them were ugly as heck. Okay. Maybe the Krispy Kremes weren't, but that might have been the only one. Okay. I don't know that I actually want those there, but... Okay, so there's our regular donuts. Ah, train! Hi! Okay. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Okay, yeah, so I did leave one off the ground. All right, that's cool. So... we're going to use the same sort of ordering system we did before, all right? And you know what? I think I have some dirt, right? Yeah, dirt's fine. I just need something I can stand on back here, and it doesn't matter what it is because you're never going to see it. All right. All right, so we'll have that, and again, I don't think this is going to be the actual color here that I want, but we're going to go this way. Now, I think the way this is going to be set up is we're going to need, just like this one, like 8 or 10 different rose lamps for this. Okay, because we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 because we got powdered sugar and caramel. That's just berry glazed. Okay. Powdered. Right, that's the sugar. Maybe not. Maybe I won't need okay, let's pastry. Not pasties. I don't need pasties, okay? It's not that kind of stream. If you're looking for a stream with pasties, I would suggest probably someplace else. Caramel. Okay. Caramel is something I'm going to have to get over here too. So, all right. No, this is fine. We can do that, and then we'll worry about pasties and stuff later. All right. Caramel. That's wonderful. I wasn't planning on caramel. Okay. Yeah. So I want to do caramel. Okay. Yeah. Powdered sugar or caramel. Okay. Because yeah, that would be fun to have caramel filled pastries. All right, so because I've already lost count, what was that? 10? Woohoo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 because of the caramel. So we're going to need 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And by 6, I mean a row of 6, right? Okay. Woohoo! Also, I should probably have one that is blank, so we're going to need 7. Because I suppose if you wanted to, you could just order a plain donut, right? Or just a donut hole. Because, you know, that seems reasonable. All right, and then we'll have to fill in that other gap there. But, okay. What did I do over there? Oh, I just left it blank. Okay, cool. So we'll do that. And I said, I'm not entirely sure. It's not going to be mud. Okay. It's going to be something, but it's not going to be mud. All right. So that's going to be our ordering wall. I think given where things are coming out, I think I'm going to have, I might have the pickup be over here somewhere, which wouldn't be too bad, right? I can just reverse it and then angle up or maybe come into some fans or something and blow the donuts up into a nice, lovely delivery spot up here. Okay. Sure. That's going to make sense. Great. So if I do that, how far out do I want this to go? All right, because I'm going to have a few tables. We'll have some windows and stuff here. And probably a back window, maybe another entrance or something on this side. Or, definitely need donut display cases too, so that'll make sense. We'll run shop out this way. So this is probably far enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll go 2 more. 10, 11. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll just back this up this way. Oh, yep. I think I am having a mustache malfunction. I think my mustache is just tickling my nose, which happens sometimes. But it's really annoying anytime it does. Hi, I would like to not have that happen, please. Okay, so that wall is going to come this way. We're going to need some form of something here. I'm just going to leave the brick for now, but that's not what it's going to stay. I want this to be a different color, but that's a reasonable temp block for the time being. All right, so now this will come out this way. Okay, so I don't know if any of you out there have noses. You have problems with stuff tickling your noses. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I felt so bad for a cat the other day. So yesterday, my wife and daughter took him to the vet, okay, because it is that time. He needed his regular shots, and he's been having a couple of issues we wanted to talk to the vet about, so we decided to go, take him in. The vet is probably his least place in the world to be, just ever of all time. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to want to break up all of that brick. Okay. That's fine. I can do that. And I don't know if that's partly because of his history. Because when we got him when he was a kitten, he'd been hit by a car. And so the vets nursed him back to health. But I don't think he was particularly happy with that, with being there. I think he still sort of associates the vet's office with maybe with some pain and stuff. So not his favorite place in the world. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I think we're close enough here. Well, so they took him in, and of course he was not happy about anything, which I was like, again, we were not at all surprised with. Now, I could put the ordering button over here too. That would make some sense. And that means I may want to push this wall out just another block or two. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's so stupid. Anyway, so they take him to the vet. Vet checks him out. He's in reasonable health for being an ancient kitty. Seriously, my cat is like 17, almost 18 years old. He's an old putty tat. So, okay. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of then putting an ordering button right there. Okay. That'll work. And then I can put... Yeah, I can put countertops and stuff coming across here. And then we can have a seating area out here. That'll be good. Okay. All right, so they come back, and they got back from the vet just a few minutes before I got back from work. Now, as I said, my cat is never happy with the vet, and what he ended up doing is what he typically does is he panics. Okay. He is definitely a panicky cat, and he panicked. And as part of that, he ended up making a biological hazard in the car. Well, it's actually his cat carrier and stuff. But yeah, he ended up pooping and throwing up all over. And when I got home, he still had some on him, but he was trying to avoid people and all this stuff. So I did something I have never done with this cat before. I gave him a bath. Yeah, I mean, I sat with him first, pet him for a while, let him know, okay, everything's fine. You're okay. We're fine. You're home. Everything's safe. And then I took him in the bathroom and closed the door. And he's like, the door's closed. I'm not sure I like this now. And then I, drew a little bit of a bath so that I could get him in there, wash his fur off, because again, he had stuff all over him. But it's weird. Now, Dusty's the sort of cat who he doesn't entirely dislike water, but it's, because he used to, like, if one of us were taking a bath, he'd occasionally like sit on the side of the tub or things like that, right? And that was great. So we got him in there. Got him in the tub, and he kind of sat there. It's like not entirely not entirely unhappy about what was going on. Okay. I feel like I want to do something here. I don't know what. I don't think I want to. We're not going to do a full curve. We're not going to do something like that, but I do think I want to put something here in the corner. So we'll look at that a little bit. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's going to be tall enough for the inside. Okay, anyway, so I got him in the tub, gave him a bath, and, you know, washed all the stuff off of him and all that good stuff. Again, he was not thrilled with the prospect, but on the plus side, I think he appreciated being clean. Because by the time I was done, yeah, train. Okay. By the time I was done, got him out of the tub. He was all washed off, of course, all wet because, you know, he was in the tub. And it's not like I filled the tub up full. I only filled it with an inch or two of water, just enough to get up like mid-leg for him. So, you know, he kind of sat there, and I held him a little bit and, you know, washed him off and all that. And then wrapped him up in a towel, and he was looking a little bedraggled because, you know, wet cats just kind of do. Okay. Yeah, now I want the entrance to be over here, so we'll do that. Okay. Let me go see how I'm at with the bone block production. Anyway, so got him all dried off, or at least mostly dried off. You know, his fur was still damp a little bit, and, you know, because it doesn't matter how much you towel him off, right? He's still just going to be wet. Okay, so, yeah, I think what I can do, let's see. If I bring, yeah, order here, and then it'll all pop up this way. Okay, I think that'll work. So I think what I need to do, let's go ahead and get the rest of this floor in, this ugly yellow floor. It's okay, I'm going to make it somewhat less ugly here in a minute. Anyway, so we got them dried off, and I think after that, a lot of the anger and resentment he had for the rest of us seemed to have faded a bit, because he's always really surly, you know, and hides from us and stuff after he's spending time in the vet. Well, now he was feeling like, you know what? He seemed to be feeling better about life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Not that he was entirely happy, but definitely feeling better. And, you know, actually, I kind of like that idea. Let's do this. Okay. I may throw something bright and colorful there. Maybe even some yellow terracotta. 3. Okay, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's kind of where he was at. And then my wife went to work, and I stayed home because I had already worked that yesterday. So you know, I decided to sit down because I had some stuff I had to fix. I had some web stuff, things that I do for myself that broke yesterday, or actually on the April Fool's Day I had to go fix. But I remember I got up, and he was thinking, you know what? Maybe it's food time, right? Okay, so the entrance is going to be over here. So this is going to be a window or something. So let's go ahead and bring this all the way across here like this. Well, he has gotten to a point, which is weird for him because he's not a particularly social cat. But he came over and he meowed at me and looked over at the couch, which is his sign for human. Grab my favorite blanket, sit down, throw it on you, and I am going to sit on your lap now. Okay? Because he is a demanding cat, you know. But I did. I grabbed the remotes so I could turn on the TV. So I could sit and I watched Stargate SG-1. It's a show I only saw a few episodes of when it aired, and I think maybe one or two after that. It was just it was on at a time that was just weird for me to watch when it was on. So I threw on a couple of episodes of Stargate, and he just settled in, and he was in for the long haul. Usually when he sits on my lap, he's just going to be there for 10 minutes maybe. No, he was there for like 2.5 hours, and he was just, nope, I am going to be here on this lap. And I think he just decided that, you know what, whatever else is going on in my life, I needed this lap time. Okay, let's take a look. There's something could be there. I could do a rain gutter, like a downspout there. That might be good. I could stack candles up. That could be interesting. I'd have to get some honey blocks, but not honey blocks. I've got beeswax. I could do that. I don't have I said I don't have a lot of string, but I have a lot of wool and I have a crushing wheel, so we can make string. That's a thing that I can do. So that would be an interesting possibility. And yeah, that brick wall, we are definitely at the start boring phase. Is I'm just getting the shape in, and then we'll worry about some other things here too. But what's it take to craft a downspout? Okay, rain gutter plus yellow dye. Great. Okay, nuggets. Okay, so I could do that. I would need some dye, but I could totally do that. All right, so we'll bring this sidewalk out this way. So anyway, I think this was even though going to the vet is always traumatic for my poor cat, I think this is one of those few times when I actually did something for him that helped ease his trauma, which was a good thing. You know, said he's doesn't handle that vet visit well, and after this, he just sort of settled in and said, "Yep, it's okay. I'm here. I'm safe. I'm warm." And so yeah, obviously he had to go to the vet. He needed shots and things, but yeah. Okay. All right, that could be. So that brick is coming out, so we're not worried about that. I kind of wish I could make these a different color, but unfortunately, this weird pink color is the only option I've got, so I'll have to deal with it. Now, on the other hand, I can do, it's all the typical wood buttons, so I'll have to do something over there. We'll have to see. I'm not entirely sure how I want that to shape out, but... Oh, the other thing I need to take a look at is attic. What do I have in the way of attic windows, right? I've got sandstone, got bamboo, birch. I wonder if I have... Okay, I've got stone. Granite, diorite, maybe, andesite. Red sandstone, bricks. Blackstone, I don't think I want to do. Thatch. Nope, we're not doing it. We're not doing thatch, but mud brick. Yeah. I don't have prismarine, but that wouldn't be horrible, I suppose. Cherry, lots of woods. What I don't have is sort of hoping to have something like, okay, we've got concrete. White concrete. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. All right, so yeah, I might need to kick this back a little bit, but let's, because I'm not having like shopkeepers, right? I'm not bringing villagers or anybody into these, though. A tamed pillager might actually be cool, right? If you get one that's disarmed, that might be a thing. All right, let's get some white concrete and check on my bone production while we're at it. So anyway, that was the adventure we had yesterday, and it was a little bit. I said it was a little bit memorable just because I think I managed to do something for my cat that just made life easier, and that's always a good thing. Right, I've got white terracotta, which is not what I'm going to need. So, all right, so I'm going to need sand and I'm going to need gravel. Okay. Let's grab some sand, grab some gravel. All right, we're going to need some bone meal. Actually, I might have some white dye before I go do that. Oh, the white dyes. You're over here. There we go. Dyes. Okay, wonderful. All right, so let's get ourselves some white concrete powder, first of all. Okay. Guess that's what we have. All right. Good deal. And then I need to wash this so I get actual concrete. So if I want white concrete or white, yeah, it's just concrete and a stone cutter. Okay, cool. Make that happen. All right, let's turn that into concrete. I like this. This mechanic is kind of nice. Definitely makes dealing with the concrete so much nicer. All right. While that's happening, I don't know. Do I want to make some more mud? Or some more packed mud? I think I do. I think so. Let's do that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we'll go up and grab 4 stacks of straw. Okay, and this will be great. So, any of you play the April Fool's snapshot that Mojang put out on Tuesday? I played a little bit. It's on the channel if you want to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's an interesting one. Right. Now, it doesn't help that it caters to the things I dislike the most about playing Minecraft, is exploring and stuff like that. But okay, it goes there, and then this goes here, and we get ourselves some mud. Okay. Cool, we'll let that go. But it was interesting just seeing some of the stuff. The fact that it screwed me over one time with the... oh, that wasn't fun. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, here's your exit. You don't mind it being under lava, right? That seems okay? You're okay with that? Sure. Okay. I'm gonna grab some honeycomb. I don't need the dirt. Do I have string? I might have left some string. Oh, no. Do have some crushed zinc, though, so that's cool. Let's throw the zinc in the smelter. Because I could certainly use all the zinc I could get. Yeah, let's go see if I've got some string. All right. Yep, I do. Perfect. And let's go get that yellow dye I left behind. Because I'm going to try some things with some candles that might work. Now, candles are a little bit weird, so we'll see how this goes. But dyes. There we go. Grab some yellow dye. All right. So we'll see. We're definitely going to be... Oh, I didn't check on the bone blocks. Okay. Easily distracted by shiny objects. Okay. And... bone blocks. Not a lot. Oh, but it sounds like we're done, though, too. All right. We'll have to get some more. Let's see. Yeah, because you can't compost that. So, yeah, let's head up. We'll grab some more cactus, and we'll just compost the snot out of that. Okay. All right. This should be fine. It'll be fine. Everything will be great. Okay. Said I don't use a lot of cactus, so we'll I think here will be fine. Okay. Go through the garage. All right. And down. All right, so we'll get this all cooking and happy and yeah. Yep. Okay, I was going to say, it is composting, right? Cactus is not the most efficient of compostables, but it'll work. All right. Yeah, it might be worth looking at, maybe not today or tomorrow, but looking at converting my kelp farm so that it generates bone meal. Because that farm kicks out a lot of kelp. Okay, now what I want to do here is I am going to checkerboard this. So, right, so we'll go in something sort of like this. Now, what I want to do is take the bone blocks, and I am going to not put them all the same way. I'm going to change them up here a little bit. Okay? Yeah, see, that's looking better already. This ugly mustard yellow floor. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to intentionally place these a little wonky. Just to, I don't know, just to screw with it. No, I think doing so will, oh, hang on, we got a little something in there. But yeah, I think that's going to be okay. And it just adds a little variation. It's nothing crazy, but I think that's going to be good. Now, what I want to try is let's come over here. I want to craft up some candles. Okay. So we'll just grab a stack of candles. Now, what I'm going to try, and I don't know how well this is going to work. So we're just going to we'll dye up 10 candles. Now, candles are, whoa, train. Candles are stupid. Okay, because you can't place them on top of each other. So, got to do it. Shovel. We have to do one at a time. And that's... I think that's not going to be quite what I want. Okay. I was kind of hoping that maybe... Yeah. No, I was hoping for the candles to be taller, actually. But that's just not going to be the case, so... All right. It's worth it, worth the experiment. Not worth the result, but hey, can't win them all. All right, so if I put a counter here, okay, and let's see. Now this ordering button doesn't have to be there specifically, okay? It can be just about anywhere. Because it'll be using wireless redstone and all that good stuff, so that'll be exciting. Let's come over here, and I want to take some of those, and we're going to turn them into attic roofs. Okay. Okay, so this is going to go like so. Okay. So we've got ourselves a display case. Okay. Now, and what I could do is I can then do some armor stand magic and put some donuts and stuff in there and things like that. Okay. Awesome. Do I want to move that back? Right. Because I have this wall. Right. Which is going to slide back in. Oop, am I out? I'm out. Okay. That's cool. All right. Just get a bit more. All right. So what I could do is I could back that out one, which I think let's do that. Yeah, we'll just back this all out this way a little bit. Okay. And it's not like I'm going to go crazy with the interior right now, but knowing where this is going to be is going to help out a lot. Because then I can start toying with some of this other stuff, okay? Okay, so now, that's going to go there. This might be right here. Okay. Yeah, and just sort of bring this like this. Okay. Woohoo! Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, the ordering button is there. I could actually bring this all the way that way. Actually, what I could do, this might be good. If I were to put that there, let's take that out. And this is where the cash register someplace. I do need the delivery box, so let's figure out where that is going to be. Because yeah, that's going to have to be on this counter here too somewhere. And probably not on this side, okay? Yeah, let's do this on this side. Take some of those out. Now, how do I want to do this? Because I can bring it up into any number of things, I suppose. But if I just come straight up here, okay, just stick that there for the moment. All right, that would make some sense. So I can bring some fans here. This is moving fast enough, I think. I think that can blow all the way up there. We'll have to try it and see, but I think that's going to work. So let's go ahead and get my create tools here. All right, so we'll get some belts and stuff. Now, the good news is I can actually tap that right there. Okay. And this is going to go, yeah, right here, right here. Okay. Cool. So I can tap into this for power because I need to reverse the direction it's going. Okay, which is perfectly fine. Torch would be handy here. Okay. All right, so now this will go to there and to here, I think. All right. So we'll get our little delivery action going on here. Do I have a case chain drive? You do. I like it when I have what I need, you know? Sure, if I played in creative, I'd always have what I needed, but where's the fun in that? Okay. So now this would come this way. And let's go ahead and grab the belts here. So, right. So the grab these things. Right, grab our chutes. They're going to come up to right like that. Awesome. Okay. So that's cool. So now I can put any storage container I want right there. Now, the next thing I need is a mechanical fan, which I don't know that I have. Or an encased fan. And yeah, that would be a no. All right. Okay, sheets and stuff. All right, I think I can whip one of these things out pretty quick. I just need a crafting table. All right, so let's grab those sheets. I had sheets. There they are. All right. All right, so we need a fan. So we're going to need a propeller. All right. What's that? Radiator fan. Okay, cool. All right, and then this needs an encased or an andesite casing, which I've got now. So this. Cool. All right. So next stop down here. All right, so we're going to need a andesite funnel there. Okay. Okay, an encased fan right there to dig out under it. All right, so now comes the fun part of actually getting power to these silly things. Okay, and I think we're going to do it that way. Okay. Items pull from below. They're moving down. So that's not how that needs to go. Nope, nope. All right. Well, that's fine. Night is falling, which is not the greatest news in the world. Okay, so if I were to put that and that, items move upward. Okay, cool. So now, if I were to, we'll just throw that there. All right. And then this should come up right there. Perfect. Well, that's lovely. That's actually really great. Happy about that. Cool. So that means I don't have to worry about anything else. I've got enough power to push things up that lovely, lovely pipe. Okay. Well, that is fabulous. So I'll need to figure out some sort of cabinet here, right? And I've got a small variety of things, but what I think I'm going to do is probably a birch cabinet. Okay. I mean, I could do an acacia cabinet, or I could do something, but um, yeah, the issue I've got then becomes one of color and what's actually going to fit and all of that good stuff, and I just don't know. But a birch cabinet I think would be fine. I mean, I could do a storage box too, but I don't think that would look as good. So yeah, something along those lines. Yeah, these are nice, these kitchen cabinets, but they're not full blocks. They're actually squished in a little bit, and I don't want that. I want something to be a full block there. So yeah, see, what I'd like is, something white. Honestly, would be really nice, but there's a whole lack of white blocks here, so and I don't think they have a bamboo, do they? Oh, there is a bamboo cabinet. No, that is 100% going to be the wrong color of yellow. Okay. Excuse me. So, yeah. All right, so we've got this. Now, this interior wall, I think I'm going to leave that. But just because we've got that. Woohoo! Wahoo! Speaking of wahoo, want to watch the Switch 2 Nintendo Direct? No? Okay. It's a thing. They've got a new version of Mario Kart, which actually looks kind of cool. So they've got this Mario Kart World thing, which, ooh, actually I could put the ordering button here. Ooh, that might be cool. I kind of like that idea. Anyway, so Mario Kart World, where you've got your races and stuff, but they're showing a mode where you could race. You'd have the races. As soon as the race was over, you had to race to the next race. So that was kind of weird. They've got this whole cross-country open world thing going on, which seemed kind of cool. All right, so I do kind of like that. I actually kind of like the idea, maybe, what if I bring this down here, bring this down this way, and if I don't do the ordering button here, okay, if I do, I don't think I have a button on me, so actually if I had some blackstone, that would be handy too, but I don't have that either. So let's just gonna grab a spruce button. This will not be what it's gonna be, but just turn those back. But if I slap, this button here, yeah, see, I could just fill that in. So again, for that whole, hey, I don't want to fall through the floor type of thing. Yeah, see, I could slide this whole thing down one. That might be good. Let's, or maybe two. Okay, I'm pretty sure I picked that up. Yes, I did. Okay. So if I slide that down this way, that could be cool. And I could even put a door right here. Right, so you can get into the back area, right? So this would all be solid, whatever color comes up this way. Okay, that works. And then, yeah, just have a little door so I could come in, and I won't need to, but I could come in and play with the radios, right? Because I need a bunch of these redstone links, which I don't think I have enough of. Actually, I know I don't have enough of, but right, but something along those lines. That's why I need this space back here, so I can get back here and program those up. But okay, so that's definitely a thing, and I'll run something around and over that. Okay, now this is gonna have to be solid, at least kinda solid. I'm wondering a little bit too if I want to have. Okay, so that's going to be there. I'm going to need. Yeah, let's go and bring this down. We'll bring that wall down this way, so that'll be like that. Now, okay, so I can hop the counter, but, Okay, so we've got something along there, so we can go back and get to the back area. Okay, so that'll do that, and we'll get so whatever cabinet I decide to put there. Okay, so that's gonna be fun. I want to try something here. So we've got some mud things that we can make, right? Oops, mud is spelled with 1D, unless you are Harcourt Fenton mud. Right, so I can make arrow slits. And I can make Gothic windows. I want to see what the heck those are going to look like. So let's make some panes. Okay, we'll make some panes. And let's make some mud brick Gothic windows. Maybe not that many. Maybe still not that many. We'll make a stack or so. Okay. So what does this look like if you... Okay, that looks really bad. If I had to give one word to describe that, bad would be it. Okay. Wow. Okay, these are definitely not floor to ceiling type windows. Okay, that's perfectly fair. But what if we were to take one and put it like there? That, no. Honestly, I don't like the way those windows look. Those actually don't make a bad railing, though. I mean, they're windows, but as a railing or something like that, they don't look half bad. If I weren't wanting to do something here, knocking this out wouldn't be a bad thing, right? Something sort of like a, well, no, I'm gonna have the cabinet there. So never mind. It is gonna be bad. Right. So that's gonna go like this. Now, I suppose what I could do is I could put arrow slits. I mean, arrow slits totally do not give you the vibe that you might want to be looking for here, but no. Arrow slits. Oh, I'm going to need slabs. Right. Mud brick slabs. Cool. Crafting grids. Cool. All right. All right, let's see. Maybe I can, if I could use these somewhere, because I kind of like the arrow slits. I mean, I did use them once, and they were kind of cool, right? Because they've got, you can run them up like that. Now they're arrow slits, so you don't get wide, which is fine. But they might be worth doing. Actually, the Gothic window coming right back here. That might be cool, just as a. Oh, actually, there's some coolness with that. I might change out the. Oh, and those are the arrow slits. Maybe. Oh, the problem is the arrow slits are on the front and or the back of the wall, right? Right. Because I can put them on that side too, right? They're basically a vertical slab, which is great, but not at all what I'm looking for here. But if I were to run something like that, and then I could put, oh, I wonder if there's a yellow window. Obviously, I've got attics, and I've got some stained glass, right? I could do something like that. I can do something else, but definitely needs some more color. Okay. But yeah, see, I could definitely take these windows, run them across like this. Okay, and do I want to do it like that? Right, give it this sort of frame? No, but it's definitely a possibility. Maybe some point in the future, perhaps. Okay. But I do like that. So we'll have a window looking out at the trains, and I think that said I'm going to build a little bit of a park or something area over there, which would be great. We've got some window action happening here. And yeah, whatever I put there. Okay. Yeah, because I said I'm going to need some sort of cabinet. Unfortunately, cabinets. Yeah, unfortunately, the cabinets and stuff that I've got are going to be a little bit limited. But it's okay. I guess I can make something work, right? Sure, I can. But yeah, I'm thinking a bamboo cabinet might be the way to go. Okay. I mean, I don't have bamboo blocks on me, but, you know, when does that ever stop me? It's not like I don't have more than my share of bamboo right now. All right, so that would be fun. I think the door, I don't want the door right in front of the counter. Okay, but maybe here? Something like this. Okay. I like the look of these windows. I might actually change them out so they're not the mud, right? Because we've got a bunch of these things that I can probably do, right? These Gothic windows, right? I've got nether bricks and I've got black stone, and I don't have prismarine, but you know, something. Actually, the prismarine might look good. I don't have it, but the nether brick might be good too. that might be... It gives a little bit of a McDonald's vibe. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. All right. But yeah, so that could be fun. So we've got a little something here. We'll finish up the whatever this window looks like on this side. All right, so if I'm going to put in a door, something like that. Oh, let's take the arrow slit like that. Honestly, this needs more color, I think. I need to break up all of this mud. So something cool here, but I'm actually kind of liking the idea of nether brick. Yeah, that might be the way to go. Okay, so nether brick. All right, hang on. I'm going to have to get a bunch of nether brick cooking, but I like this idea. I like this idea. Let me see what I've got left, but this could be really, really interesting. So interesting. Okay, and I need to give myself a little bit of inventory space room because I'm so bad at this. All right. Let's see what I've got in the way of netherrack. Got a fair amount. Okay. Let's go cook this. All right. Go and smelt that up. Wow, I am definitely loaded on stuff over here. Okay. This thing can go into the storage. I don't remember what I needed the charcoal for, but maybe just to have it, or maybe for a black dye or something. I know why I got the smooth stone. I'm using that for sidewalks and things, right? Okay. Oh. Put the hole in my floor away, you know, cover that up, because that would be annoying. All right, so we're going to get some nether brick cooking up here, but I think this might be cool. So right, so if I want to make nether brick Gothic windows, I have to make actual bricks. Okay. Fortunately, I can do that in the 2x2 grid. All right, let's go try this out. Because I think this might be cool. I think this might be a really, really cool look. I don't know. It could be horribly, horribly wrong, but we're going to give it a shot and see. All right. Woo. Okay. I can get up here somewhere. All right. All right. Let's enjoy a lovely cup of hot chocolate. Okay. And let's take this out. Okay. I think this is going to be good. I think we're going to be at least mildly okay with this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll just take this all off. All right, we'll stick netherrack on here. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I think this is going to be good. All right. Well, swap all this out. It's a good experiment. Good experiment. Now, if I had some of that ochrum stuff that I could have made some of those yellow bricks, that might have been even better, but I think this is going to be good. Now, obviously that's not going to work there. Okay. I think I'm going to want to put in a little bit of something here, maybe some netherrack or nether brick walls. Just a little something to break that texture up a bit. Okay. Away, because I don't need it. All right, so just run these Gothic windows across the top and bottom here. And I think... Oh, I don't have any more nether brick on me. Yeah. Swap out that arrow slit. Yeah. Do a couple of things here. But I do like the idea of bringing in that nether rack. Okay. Yeah, so we can do some good things with that. And then... I don't know. Let's do something. Okay. I was looking at this, it's like, do I want to maybe put continue the donut display over here, but I have to be able to reach this, and I don't want to, cause issues with that, so maybe not. But, yeah, it could be fun, I guess, maybe. All right. Yeah, this looks 100% looks like a sneeze guard. I'll tell you. Right, you go to a salad bar. It's like, yep, here's the sneeze guard. Good luck. All right. Okay, so we would need something. All right, let's go. I'm beginning to think we're going to be slapping a lot of netherrack into this thing. All right. Well, that's fine. I could totally nether rack. We can rack all the nethers. It could be all sorts of fun. Who doesn't want to go around racking their nethers? You know, I think you know, there's there might be a whole industry for this. Honestly, there are probably many videos on the internet, on the TikToks and the Blue Skies and stuff of the racking of the nethers. And you know, I think that might be something people should look into as a I don't know, a content opportunity perhaps. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and cook all of that up. Yeah. All right. All right, so we've got a couple things here. First off, I'm going to have to turn some of this into walls. Or into walls. Yes, probably, but also into slabs. So bridge pyre. Or pier. And oh, sorry, with the whole nose and the stupid and the nose. Curious. Let's what do these look like if they're stacked up? Pretty much just like that. Okay. Interesting, but probably no. At least not for what I want to do here. But on the other hand, take that with a little bit of maybe some frog lights behind it. That actually could get kind of cool. I kind of like that idea. Let's grab some frog lights. Let's experiment with this. Now, I think, given where we're at, lights. And the rest of the color scheme, I think we're going to go with the ochre. I really like the verdant ones, but the green is going to be 100% out of place in this build. So we're going to go with the ochre ones instead. And what does this look like behind it? Oh, that does look cool. What if we were to put them so they face the blocks? Right, because the frog lights are directional, right? Obviously, that is a little bit more, you get a little bit more white. You don't see as much of the yellow behind it. Okay, definitely a possibility. So, hang on. All right, so you can either get this, which has a little bit more of the yellow, or you get this. I think I'm leaning towards the vertical side of that, actually. All right. That's cool. Can make that happen. Okay. So yeah, we'll have to play with some of this too. Because I really like that idea. All right, let's go see if the rest of that netherrack cooked up. This one. There we go. Grab a few more bricks. All right. I suppose, actually, let's throw some more netherrack in there. I may want to make some netherrack fence, which does require the bricks and not the other bricks. Okay. Okay, so we'll get this smelting, and then we'll see what we got. Okay. Go. Yeah, we're definitely going to have lots of that stuff cooked up, which will be good. All right. Okay. Ugh, I know what I'm doing. Even though my nose itches, I know what I'm doing. We're having... Okay. Yep, that's a wall. I didn't want nether brick walls. Hey, God, brain, what is wrong with me? Okay, no, I wanted... potentially other things, but all right. No, we're fine. We're fine. We've got these. So what if I were to take these? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Like this. And what if I stuck these here? Okay. And I wanted to do like this. Okay. One, this is going to provide a lot of light, at least on this side of the building. Okay. Yeah, that's going to look cool. That's going to be a cool look. Absolutely. And then I could come in if I wanted to with some netherrack like so. Okay. Right, we can kind of do something like this. All right. Yeah, okay, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. All right, and then... Yeah. Oh, right, I needed some arrow slits. Or do I want to use the... Do I want to do the arrow slit? Or do I just want to use walls? Since I did accidentally craft up couple of these. Woo. No, actually, I don't want to use the walls. All right, let's go craft up some arrow slits. Okay, we'll just grab a handful of... Oh. Nope, crafting table. Hi. Some slabs, I think, for this. And some arrow slits. Perfect. All right. Those are not arrow slits. Those are Gothic windows. Okay. Yeah, we're... All right, this is definitely turning into something interesting. Okay. Do I want to run this all the way across the top here? No, I don't think so, but it was worth a shot. Okay. So I might try something else to mix in with this stone. I might even replace this stone, if I'm going to be honest. All this mud. It's not bad, per se, but it's definitely not what I'm looking for, I think. All right, but we're definitely making some progress. Yeah, I think that would be cool to catch a pillager and drop a pillager back here behind the counter. Okay, that would be fun. Of course, I can make that happen. I'd have to get some honey blocks so that he can't jump the counter here. But I really would only need to make those two, maybe this one. And then the rest of it, I don't care. Because he's not going to... I mean, even if he does walk back here, I don't know if the pillagers open doors. Okay? They might, but not totally convinced of their door skills, you know? All right, so... Oh, so that's netherrack. Let's look at some windows. Honestly... Okay, I mean, there are some netherrack... I think there are some netherrack pane windows here. Okay, that's cherry. That's brick. Mangrove? Maybe not. Blackstone. Andesite. Granite. Crimson. I thought maybe there is. Yeah. Oh, no, that's cherry. I guess a cherry window would work too. That's pretty close to the Blackstone color. Okay. Okay, but I guess not. Also, I could come in here with any number of these glass type doors. Or even some of this, some of these mosaics, which unfortunately, most of the mosaics really only work vertically. There are a couple of them, like this light blue mosaic and this red mosaic, which do okay a little bit, but it's definitely something we can play with here. Actually, I'm tempted to go solid on the back of this wall here. Right, leave this. Right, leave those windows there, but take some mud brick, or maybe even some. Right, take some nether brick walls. Okay, something like that. Let's go take that out. Yeah, see, that's not bad. It's definitely got an interesting look to it. Yeah, definitely an interesting look, but oh. Do we want them to be bars? That's cool, but probably not. Okay, I didn't know that that was a thing, but cool. Okay, arrow slits are just arrow slits. All right. Huh. Interesting. All right. Well, that's... So what does that look like if we go like that? Oops. That, whoa. That's weird and stuff. Not at all what I want to do, but okay. Interesting. All right. Some interesting monsters. All right, so those are going to be labeled. You know what I might do? Of course, the problem I now have is I just made that walls instead of like bricks, which I could change it. I can make them bricks. I was just thinking it might be good to put a menu up here. Because the selection here is going to be weird. So, for example, donuts, right? You can do everything. You can glaze them. You can get powdered donuts, right? There's powdered chocolate. I think there's just a regular powdered donut around here somewhere. Yep. But donut holes is basically plain or powdered. You don't have an option of glazing your donut holes. And then your pastries are their own separate thing, right? So, and there's some things like the donuts, they've got chocolate glaze, but you can't do like the chocolate fillings. Okay. So there are a few things that don't jive. Okay. And so I may set up a menu for it just to make something happen, but wonder. Let's go ahead and take this terracotta up here. Okay, now my pickaxe, there it is. That might be no. But I could come in, I could angle it and put a little bit of an angled roof or something in, perhaps. I could see a steep roof or something there. That could 100% be a thing. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I'm thinking this all this mud has to go. Just as I'm laying out all of the terracotta and stuff. Yeah, I think this mud is gonna have to go. Hey, Sprite, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Yeah, I'm liking what we're getting here with the this yellow terracotta and the bone blocks and the nether brick. Yeah, honestly, I think all of this mud is going to have to become something else. I mean, I don't know what. We've got some options. Right? So there are definitely some other options. I don't think I want to go with the scarlet bricks, for example, or the blue bricks. You just woke up. Nice. I mean, I could come here with the umber. I could get... Yeah, I mean, I do kind of like the idea of these Dean bricks. That's what I wanted to do. But I didn't have any of this ochrum, so... Which... Can I... Actually, can I craft that? Not cut ochrum. Can I? Hang on. Let's... I might be able to. Ochrum. No, I can't. Okay. I mean, I can get gold out of it. That's awesome, but... No. Okay. Okay. What? Falling. 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 But yeah, all of that, all of the sandstone I think is going to go. And... Train! Okay. Nope, we're good. We're fine. Everything's great. All right. Of course, now I'm thinking... I was sort of... Okay. Crimson. Cherry. Unfortunately, I don't have the barked version. It's all the stripped versions of those cabinets. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. I like this, though. That is cool. All right. Maybe what I need... Honestly, what I might want, too, is to replace this white concrete here with more bone blocks. But if I want more bone blocks, I'm going to have to AFK the skeleton farm because bone mealing cactus is not getting me what I need. Either that or I have to convert the kelp farm into a bone meal farm. Which, again, doable. I just have to completely change it all. Train. You know a place to get ochrum? Okay, yes, yeah. If you know a place, drill. Of course, I think I've got the drill in my inventory. Let me go put it back in the system over here. Yeah, because I used ochrum in one of the other builds, the Italian build, I think, and I did not have a lot of... Okay. Yeah, there's the large drill. That. And do I have a lever? Yeah. Don't need them, but I do want to keep a lever there anyway. So, yeah. So I've got those drills. Okay. So, let's see. I don't know if there's anything else here. Cut out this way. Because this way leads to outside. The other way does not. It's not directly. All right. Yeah, this is going to look cool. You know, it's already starting to look cool as you get all of the shops and stuff built up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, something along these lines. Okay. Oh, where's that? Where's my hot chocolate? Turns out getting hit by a train hurts, and a little hot chocolate just eases that pain. Okay. Yeah, so I think this is going to be all right. Other than the fact that, yeah, all of that's not cool. let's take a quick look. Oh, hang on. I'm going to need some more rockets in this. Rockets. All right, cool. So that's not what I'm looking for. Let's go check the bone farm. There's a skeleton farm, see what I've got in the way of bones. Probably not much, because I think the train... Oh. Hang on, we gotta fix the... We gotta fix the mangrove farm. Again. Okay, hang on. Okay, and go. Alright. Yeah, see, the train here... Oh, is it just... It must just be waiting for somebody to go somewhere. Okay. Let's duck under here and just... Oh, yeah, there are no bones there. Not surprising, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Oh. Okay. That was weird. But okay. That actually might be a sign that it's time for me to be, might be a sign that it's time for me to be stopping here. All right, hang on. Let me just, oh, you got kicked too? All right, so yeah, definitely server issue then. Okay. Let's see if it'll let me back in. Of course, it takes Minecraft about 18 weeks to get started, but you know, that's a thing. Also, I'm really sad. My map fell. So I have to see if I can... I had some more... Another sticky back for command hooks, but I forgot where I put them. So, you know, that's cool. Oh, okay. Alright, so let's this Minecraft starts up here. Wow. Sorry, Minecraft is not starting up. Well, that's not good. Okay. Well, you know what? I may end up having to just stop because the server has flipped out. I mean, it's trying. It's definitely trying. But... Okay. Yeah. Something's not... It's not happening. All right. Well, that's fine. We'll go ahead and I guess we'll stop here. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with the server. And it's possible something's funky at Mojang too, so. We'll see. We'll see. I'm looking at the server logs. Things seem all right. But anyway, I'll look at that off stream. I guess we'll go ahead and shut her down. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. It's been fun. I'll give a shout out to my supporters over at musicfreegaming.com. If you want to support the show, the best way is just watch and stuff. But the second best way is to become a supporter over there at musicfreegaming.com. You can get some early access to the podcasts, my newsletter, all sorts of fun stuff like that. So check that action out. The next stream will be Saturday morning at 7:30 a.m. Saturday stream is going to be a little bit shorter because it's general conference. So I have to stop before 10. So I can go watch general conference. But so that'll be fun. But we'll have some fun. Try to get some more work done on the donut shop. But until then, and until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.